Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. This video is an FAQ about Chemex products. I'm here to answer all of your questions that you have before buying. Number 1, how do you clean this thing? Do you take the collar off every time? Well, it depends on how you clean it. If you're gonna put it in the dishwasher, which they are dishwasher safe, you're gonna wanna take the collar off. I kind of give mine a little rinse and a little swirl, and then I store it upside down so it can dry, and I don't take the collar off every time. If you're gonna use a brush and maybe some coffee cleaning equipment, like something like Cafiza, then you don't have to take the collar off. You just give it a rinse and then dump it out. All right? Next question. What are the benefits of the classic wood collar versus all glass carafe with handle? I will tell you a couple of benefits. So the classic is, well, it's classic. That's the original design, sort of. But the original Chemex did not have a handle. The handle is kind of like a more contemporary style. Now, I use the 8 cup and I have small hands. And so sometimes it's hard to pour without the Chemex falling out of my hands. It doesn't fall out, but you know, like if you have small hands, maybe you want to go for the glass handle. The other thing is aesthetic. So the glass handle looks a lot different than the wood handle. So it kind of depends on like what your style is, what you like. The wood I think is more popular. It's a classic. Can't go wrong. Okay, question number 3. Are the coffee filters included with a coffee maker? No. Question number 4. I see they recommend the Chemex filters, but can you use regular coffee filters in this? Okay. You can. I think it's a number 4 filter. It's not the type that has a flat bottom and goes in an automatic coffee maker, but the kind that has, it's like a little cone shaped. Those fit the 6 cup Chemex perfectly. Not perfectly, but yeah. You could use a regular filter, but let me tell you one of the most unique things about the brewer, other than its gorgeous aesthetic. It's that the filter kind of makes it the most cleanest cup of coffee that you could ever have. So it's like a triple filter. The paper is so thick that it filters out really all of the sediment. You will never ever get sediment in the bottom of your Chemex cup. So I would say you can try some other filters, but really the Chemex filter for me is what makes the Chemex a Chemex. Number 5, is it dishwasher safe? Yes, it's dishwasher safe, but make sure if you have the Chemex Classic that you take the wood collar off before you put it in the dishwasher. Also make sure that it's not touching anything. So you don't want the Chemex knocking against anything while it's in the dishwasher getting cleaned. Number 6, does the coffee brew for some time first, or does the water pour right through? I find straight pour through coffee to be too weak. So let's say that you have the perfect grind, it's that medium coarse grind, and you use that in the Chemex. You're gonna get the coffee's gonna drain for about, it's gonna drain for about 4.5 to 5 minutes. I would say this is the goal extraction period, and if it's draining too fast, then you need to tighten up your grind. And if it's draining too slow, then you need to make your grind finer. With that said, like the coffee in the end, the one great thing about brewing with a manual brewer like Chemex is you have control over how your coffee tastes. It just depends on the grind. So, you know, maybe you make coffee and it drains too fast. Then you want to tighten up the grind for your next cup of coffee, and then it will be a stronger cup. So it's your coffee destiny, your fate is in your own hands. Do what you gotta do. Number 7, is the glass strong enough to handle boiling water without cracking? 100% absolutely. Number 8, what is the difference between this and just the standard drip coffee brewer maker? Wow. This question can be answered very quickly, or it can be answered over the course of an hour. All right. Let's try to answer it very quickly. What's the difference between this and just the standard drip coffee maker? My goodness, so much. Okay, I'm going to bring up one thing that I've already said in the past, is that you have total ultimate control over how your coffee tastes in the end. Another thing is the aesthetic It's beautiful. The product's been around for forever. I think like early 1900s. This is like an American iconic brewer. The other thing is the filter. So the filter paper is so thick it leaves the coffee, you know, in the bottom of the carafe very clean. The other thing is usually automatic coffee makers, the one issue about them is that the water does not get hot enough. So when you're brewing with a Chemex, you have control over the water temperature because you're either boiling it yourself or you set up your kettle to boil to a certain temperature. So you're always gonna have a hot cup of coffee. Okay, question number 9. Can one put this directly on a glass stovetop to keep the coffee warm, like on low heat? Yes, but just make sure it's on low heat, all right? Moving on. Question number 10. Which size to buy? Okay, so I really like the 8-cup. The 8-cup brewer is my favorite size because the filters fit perfectly in it. The 3-cup is very, very, very cute. It's adorable. It's just, you know, it's really cute. There's a little bit of work that goes into the 3-cup though because you have to fold your own filters and it does carry a lot less. So the filters go down further in the brewer, and sometimes if you even want to brew like your 3 cups or more, because the Chemex can actually hold a lot of coffee, you have to be careful that the coffee level on the bottom does not hit the filter because then it will mess up. This 6-cup is the most popular size, so it goes 6, 8, 3, and then 10. Sorry, I'm going off of memory, so 3 and 10 may be switched. But definitely the 6-cup is the most popular. I think it's a safe cup to buy. The filters that fit in the 8 and the 10 both fit in the 6, and it's a little bit smaller, but my favorite is the 8-cup. Question number 11, and this is the last question and answer. I hate to admit, I like regular drip coffee with creamer. Hand poured cups I've had were too strong. By the way, don't ever be hating to admit how you like your coffee. How you like it's how you like it. That's it. Chemex seems awesome, but should I pass on getting one? I mean, like, Chemex, it's choose your own destiny. Choose your own coffee adventure. So if you want a weaker cup, then grind the beans a little coarser. The other thing is, like, usually creamer cuts the strongness of coffee, and so you can always add more. Like, what I really like about manual brewers, and especially Chemex, is like it is a choose your own adventure. So if you want it weaker or stronger, more watery, less coffee, more cream, you go ahead and you do that for yourself. So I would say if this person is curious, or these people are curious about Chemex, then go for it. There's something, I love when you just follow your curiosity and you just go for something. Don't be too afraid to explore new realms. You have control over your experience. So if you like the Chemex brewer, if it's gorgeous and it's pretty and you want to see it and it makes you happy and you want to try something new, just go for it. What is it, only like 40 bucks? Like, it's so worth it. Anyways, that's it. Thanks guys for tuning in. And don't forget to check out our blog. We've been doing a lot of stuff on there for you. And hope to see you guys soon. I hope you enjoyed the answers to these questions. If you have any more questions, we'd love to answer them for you. Maybe we can have an FAQ answers Q&A part 2 with Chemex. And thank you again for tuning in. Don't forget to ring the bell so you know when we post new content. Don't forget to subscribe. Also, don't forget to like us on Facebook. And happy brewing.